When our Lord pronounced these divine words in the context of the Last Supper, He is establishing a new commandment, which He calls His commandment. This is my commandment. He says, my commandment. A commandment that will summarize the entire old law and bring us to the fulfillment. That you love one another. Reciprocal love. But it does not say only that. Because the concept of love, I certainly do not know it was in Jesus' time, but certainly today, it is a concept, it is a word, so misused that in the end, it means nothing. Euthanasia is called, for example, death by love, death by compassion. Having sex with the first person you meet is called making love. What does it mean to love? That is why Jesus Christ says, love one another, as I have loved you. And He says, there is no greater love than this, that a person should lay down his life for the sake of his friends. You are my friends if you do what I command you, not just if you say, Lord, Lord. That is also important. But not only if you worship. It is important. It is even the first thing, but it is not enough to worship God. But he who does the will of the Father. In each concrete moment, what does God want from me? For the love of Jesus, these are my friends. Jesus is marking out for us the path of human fulfillment. Man, created at the image of God, is truly man when he loves. When he loves in all the manifestations of love, and according to the one that must be expressed at that moment. Man is true man because he is when he reaches his fulfillment of the image of God. When out of love, he forgives. When out of love, he fulfills an obligation that sometimes he does not like. When out of love, he is faithful to his word. When out of love, he gives alms. When out of love, he is even capable of giving his life. But in this gospel, Jesus adds something else. He says that his love for us has been shown not only by giving his life, but also by his teachings he has transmitted to us. He says, I no longer call you servants, because the servants do not know what his master does. He calls you friends, for that I have heard from my Father, I have made known to you. The teachings, revelation, doctrine, both dogmatic and moral. It is an act of God's love. God's love began with the creation, with the incarnation of His Son. It culminated with death, with the resurrection. But between Bethlehem and Golgotha, 33 years passed. 30 years of hidden life, 33 of public life, 33 years of public teachings. Even in the hidden life, he was teaching the value of simple things. And that is also love. It was not only love when he was born in Bethlehem and he died on the cross. It was love when he died. Therefore, we, out of love for him, must not only practice what he taught, but also teach what he taught. For love of him, do the acts that he did. We must teach what he taught. The same ostentation will bring us misunderstanding and difficulties but it is the response of love that the Lord wants us to have. If we do not teach the doctrine, if we do not faithfully transmit Jesus' message, who will do it? How will we express that love of God if we are not capable of telling things that Christ did or teach what Christ taught? You are my friends if you do what I command you, Jesus says, even unto death. For there is no greater love than this, that give his life for his friends, seeking the will of God, even to death, a will of God that also includes passing on Christ's teaching in his entirety. Amen.